What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Pet Shop Boys, and we're going back to their 1990 album Behaviour, and we're up to the tune To Face the Truth. The phrasing suggests the truth may be uncomfortable or unpleasant, and facing it might require some degree of fortitude or even bravery. But yeah, you wouldn't have to face the truth, which seems to suggest the imagery of standing before some judgment or some imposing consequences. So yeah, ultimately, I wonder what that truth will be, and whether it will be a truth about oneself, or perhaps a truth about some situation that you really want to see in one light, but in reality, you must admit at some point that the truth of the matter is something else. So I wonder what the truth will be and what facing it will mean, or on what plane that will have consequences. Let's find out. This is Pet Shop Boys, To Face the Truth, from the 1990 album Behavior. One of these types of beats. slower one compared to some of their tracks, a bit less dance floor. And it's funny, from the very first measure where he came in, it felt like Neil's singing was even a bit sweeter and more sensitive than normal, and he often sounds very sweet and dreamy, but this one it felt like it was even a bit more rich. And yeah, ultimately it sounds like someone who, can't help but love this other person, even though the evidence continues to mount that maybe the other person really doesn't feel the same way, doesn't love them in the same way, doesn't, really care what they're doing to them. And the idea that, like, it really hurts when you lie, like, sometimes it even makes me cry. It's, that's the worst thing, right? It's not just the fact that, they may stay out and you don't know, maybe there was someone else right now, I don't, that we were supposed to do something, and, they never came home. But then it's like, that feeling of not knowing, I think, is like part of what makes it so difficult. And so the idea that you'd find yourself in this loop and you just can't, like, face that truth because it's too painful, that, like, no, they actually don't love me, and so, I'm in essentially an unhealthy relationship. It felt like someone who's sort of stuck between the logic and their emotions of the situation. And again, the idea that sometimes you just can't help who you love. I think a lot of people will know what that feels like, even if on some level you're aware, like, this isn't sustainable, this isn't healthy for me. So, yeah, like a really sweet tune about a really painful experience, or, dynamic. And indeed, it feels like the kind of song that if you're feeling a bit sad, you just kind of, want to embrace that and just, sort of get through it in that cathartic way. I feel like this is the kind of song that you could turn on and help you feel sad a bit. So, yeah, like I said, shout out to Pet Shop Boys, shout out to Seb, who shares a whole bunch of music with me, but Pet Shop Boys are one of the ones, one of the groups that he's been sharing, so big shout out to you, of course. And yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.